Hello, my name is Jacob Bennett, and today we are playing UFO Aftershock. UFO Aftershock, it has a similar premise to the XCOM series, however it's more time-based than turn-based. So we're on this Laputa here, which is a floating station in the sky, and we're currently in a geosynchronous orbit, so that we're always above the same piece of land, as indicated here. So what our job is to reclaim the world after an alien invasion. The alien invasion has already happened. We don't know what happened. Presumably the aliens did what they did and something else happened. But we need to analyze things in the field to be able to get a grasp on what happened again. However, we do know that there was an old Laputa which we were on, and there was a rebellion, and we won the rebellion because we are the rebellion, and we escaped to this new one. The Laputas are made out of an alien battleship, and so therefore we have alien technology on board, but not that much, which is a shame. So here we've got a red beam, and this is a mission given to us by someone else. So the villagers are requesting our help to combat the aggressive Reticulans, which are the aliens, that inhabit the area. If we want to help, we must go in and eliminate the Reticulan threat. The objective of this mission is to locate and terminate the Reticulans in the area. So your average search and destroy mission. So to be able to complete this mission, we have a squad. This is the squad menu. We can have 5 people, indicated by the colour borders, and we can have 5 different squads. But we can only send 1 squad down each mission. Yeah. What else can we do? So in here we can get some more ammunition for our laser weapons. These are Reticulan laser weapons, and therefore we don't know how to produce these power cells. The only way to get them is to kill Reticulans in the field, which is what I'm about to do. So I'm just equipping people with some med packs, because med packs are useful. And then we're going to name these people. So Eric, I'm going to change the name to Steve. See, his name's now changed. However, up here, his name hasn't, which is annoying, but oh well. So let's go to Betty and change her name. Change her name to Sinclair. Let's go to Neil. Change his name to Ironside. And David will become CNL Failure. Excellent, we now have our 4 people who I have changed names of, because it's much more independent that way. So we have 3 people who have laser rifles, which are rifles, and we've got 1 person who's using a pistol, who is our medic, primary medic, because he doesn't fire that far because he's using close range, and that close range is less than his rifles. I'll explain the skills later, but that's the basic premise of the roles of these 4 people. So what we can do now is we can go and launch this mission. So we're sending down a capsule to the surface, and we only have 1 of these, so we can only do 1 mission at a time. And it can only carry 1 squad. We can upgrade it to carry more people in the same squad later. So we get to decide which of these various landing zones we want to go for. Now, I usually go for the corners of one side, because all the enemies will then spawn on the other side. Especially here, because we can just set up a line of defences and they won't be able to get past. So I'm going to land here.
So, you're from that flying thing, huh? That thing that looks as big as the moon? Thing that sometimes passes over our village? Well, it's pretty obvious you don't know jack about what's going on down here. Geez, where do I even start? Well, about 50 years ago, all that biomass started sprouting everywhere. Dang near killed everybody on the planet. The rest of us have been fighting it ever since. It's mostly under control now, but there's still pitiful few humans around, especially compared to the days before the disaster. But it was our ancestors that were kind of responsible for the biomass in the first place. Humans got too uppity, too careless, and self-absorbed. The biomass was just the planet's way of reminding us where we stand in the scheme of things. Anyway, we sure could use some help here. There are things we just can't deal with. There are mutants and monsters galore roaming around here. You, with all your fancy equipment and weapons, you could make short work of them. We'd sure be grateful for any help you could give us.
Excellent. So we've just talked to one of the humans who are still on Earth.
Ready, sir.
And
right.
I'm going to tell you that was a one-sided argument. Because people on this planet haven't really... they only have certain perspectives because they're the people of this planet. To be able to get control and study this biomass that they're talking about, we need multiple points of view. So I'm going to set our guys to get outside the Laputa, and we can change time using this.
Done.
Very nice.
What's
Everyone's
next?
huddled together. So I'm going to select
Yes, sir.
the squad using the hotkeys.
Ready,
And
sir.
I'm going to set them to
What now?
move up to a position here.
What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then we can click watch, and it makes them easier. Well, it decreases the time that it takes to fire their weapon after they spot something. Now, this isn't a good firing position because the enemy will have a height advantage, and there's also cover here. So what I want to do is actually move up some more.
Ready, sir.
No.
What?
Again?
Again?
Good to go. Done. Yes, sir.
Okay,
What?
we have to be cautious because otherwise the
Look
aliens there would give
What
us
now?
Ready, sir.
a jump. So we need to be in a prepared state.
What?
Oh, that's precisely right, isn't it?
Great. Here comes trouble.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this guy's in the way,
Targeting
so we'll
enemy.
target him instead.
I see one.
So you see that Colonel Failure is taking some fire. So I'm going to get
Ready.
Ironside, who isn't shooting currently, to get out his med pack, go over
On
to
my
Colonel
way.
Failure and heal him a bit.
Ready, sir.
Okay, so as we can see, this guy's now dead. There are indicators above their name tag, indicating if they're injured or healthy or unconscious or dead.
Yeah, I see him.
Unconscious enemies don't really do much against you,
There's one.
and you want to prioritize getting them unconscious.
Moving out.
And then, oh god, switching targets.
Yes, sir. Good to
What?
go.
Do I have to get them all?
Son of a... Ready, sir.
Again?
On my way.
Yeah.
Again?
Son of a...
Look out.
As you can see, this one's gotten back up because he had stun injury rather than actual temporal injury. Stun injury heals over time during the battle, and temporal injury can be healed by the use of med packs.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's continue mopping up these people.
What? Yeah,
Ready,
I
sir.
see him.
Again? Damn, he's gone.
Right. So the other guy has run away, and usually
Yes, sir?
enemies will run away from you if, one, they're completely outnumbered, or two, they're out of ammo.
Here
So
I go again.
this guy is not a problem. If he is, we can shoot him in the head before he actually gets a shot.
Moving
yeah,
out.
I'm going.
You guys from the sky sure got here in the nick of time. You saved the village, and we're really grateful. That old factory will be a valuable source of ancient technologies and materials. We're happy to share anything we can with you. If you'd like to build a permanent outpost on the planet, we'd be happy to help you if you're willing to help us. Some of our more ambitious youths might even be convinced to join your ranks.
Excellent. So we have just completed the mission by killing a majority of the aliens. So that requires either most of them unconscious or dead. You'll usually finish a mission objective if you kill all the aliens that you are allowed to kill, because sometimes you need to capture them alive and you don't want them to be dead. Otherwise, you kind of failed that mission. So we can either continue playing to hunt down this last alien, unless he's like tripped or something, or we can click no to instantly leave and collect all of the technology. So we received 5 Reticulan power cells, excellent, that's more ammo, and 4 Reticulan laser pistols, which is excellent. The worst injury was kernel failure, so he'll be in the med bay for 2 hours, and the best shooter was Steve, which is very good. We fired 33 shots, which is nearly an ammo pack, and 71% of our shots hit, which is good. And then this is the amount of experience gained by all the people participating on the mission. So let's go back.
Well, our first encounter with the humans on Earth went pretty well, considering how surprised they probably were to see us. Offering us a permanent base in their territory is certainly more than we could have expected. We've already laid out the base perimeter. To take a look, select the base region on the Earth hologram and activate the detail view in the lower right corner. Our first priority for base structures is a factory that can produce weapons and equipment to support our ongoing missions. The equipment we brought with us won't last forever. We should also think about building labs to analyze equipment and information we acquire on our missions. To add buildings to the base, double-click the base detail view, or click the base button. In order to start construction, we need to gather resources, specifically old Earth technology. The villagers we've met have agreed to share some of their material with us. We're keeping track of the human material units we have, and how fast we are gaining or losing material in the top center of the screen, so that we always have an idea of how well we're progressing in this regard.
Okay, so it's just taught us about how to use bases, and the new tabs have appeared. So, as you can see here, we now have 2 areas, and these areas are called provinces. They're separated by a small black line. Each province can either have a base, such as this one, Stuttgart, or a mine, such as this one, that's giving us 41 human resources. So that's a good start, because we need human resources for absolutely everything. So this base is special because it is the hub of everything. This is the headquarters of the entire effort to retake the Earth. If it falls, then we lose, which is very, very bad. However, the upside is it does have 5 slots. Some bases only have 3, but this one has 5, which is very good in late game because we need knowledge buildings, which don't do anything except give us knowledge to assist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build 2 basic weapon factories, so we can start producing basic weapons, and then we're going to go to research, and we have a Laputa lab, and we can only have one, and we have it forever. It can never be gone. so to speak. But what I want to do is I want to get basic weapon labs up, because that allows us to research some weapons, because the weapons that we've got won't last forever. Second thing that I want is the library the library okay, you can read it there, I'm just being a bit weird today. And the medical lab, because the medical lab allows us to increase our effectiveness against certain enemies. The library is a knowledge building, and once we unlock the library, we unlock the school and then the college, which give increasing amounts. And then we also want the Laputa library analysis, which is plot, and then the energy weapon lab and jet propulsion lab. So that's everything. That's everything queued, and it's going to take about 2 or 3 days. Thanks. So we can see that these guys are under construction, and they'll be constructed soon. Let's go over to the squad to see what's going on. So in our squad, nothing much has changed. We have got more reticulan power cells, but that's all. They've not leveled up, which is bad, but it's the first mission, don't expect anything to change. We can go over to the diplomacy screen, and we can see that there are now humans here. We can send them material to increase their likeness of us if they're like very low, or if we want to ask for more material, but we can't ask for them right now because our reputation with them is 0. We can also ask for people by paying human resources. We can get either a boy or a girl, and they have stats that we might want to look at, and are randomly generated every time you click the Ask for People icon. When we have a higher reputation, there'll be more people they're willing to offer, but for now, that's good. So now we can accelerate time, and now we can see that we can now research alien autopsy because we recovered some alien corpses. Colonel Failure was wounded but is now healed. Basic weapon lab floor plan has been completed. Okay, so that means we can now go to the bases and build some weapon labs. I'm going to build 2 because there's going to be one more factory that needs to go here, and that is the Ordnance Factory. And now Ordnance Factory allows us to build munitions for our guns that we're going to build. We have now built weapon factories, so we can now go into manufacture and start producing some light armor. So I'm going to build 5 of each, because in my squads I usually have up to 5 humans at once. Because, you know, we only have 5 slots. So that's that. And now we wait. Basic weapon labs have been completed. So let's go over to research, and we can see that we can research one thing. We can't research detection lab floor plan because that requires us to have a detection device. We can get these by killing humans and or people who use human weapons, but that's kind of mean. So instead we're going to research basic human weapons, which will be finished in a day, which is good. We have successfully researched Ordnance Factory, so we're going to build an Ordnance Factory. And that's kind of the first base that I will build. We can change up what buildings are there, but for now, we just wait. We can now build, we can now research the school floor plan. And the Ordnance Factory is now complete. We can't build any ordnances because we don't have any weapons to build guns for. Well, we don't have any weapons to build munitions for. Medical lab floor plan is successfully researched. I'm not going to build one.
Seems like word of our presence is spreading. Now everybody wants our help. We've just received an urgent message from the local leader of the group the human villagers called the Cyborgs. Despite the villagers' obvious dislike for the cyborg people, we should consider helping them. The more allies we have, the better off we will be in the long run.
So we have now encountered another mission, so we can center and pause, and we can see that it's also another red line. It is located in a transparent province, which is not owned by us. Anything that's shaded in blue is ours. So this is in France compared to Central Europe. So if we capture this area, we won't be able to gain the mine of resources here, but we will be able to recover this stash of resources. Let's also go to Italy. Italy is currently owned by mutants. It is also in Central Europe, which is excellent, so we can gain this mine. So what we can do to attack it, because the mutants are here, we can click mission, and then we can center and pause. You see it's a white one. White ones are ones that we have initiated. Mutants and Reticulans. So this one has Reticulans, which we are going to do immediately, and this one has mutants. There are differences between the two, but in territories they will both say mutants. So let's go and fight off these Reticulans, shall we? So again, we're going to use the same tactic as before. This time it's a different map.
The biologicals have probably told you all sorts of lies about us. Freaks, they call us. Abominations and monsters. But their vaunted purity does them no good. They live in constant fear of the true monsters the aliens created. I have little personal knowledge of the aliens. I was only a child when they came. But there's a belief among my kind that the alien beings attacked Earth because they wanted to knock out their competition while they could. The aliens created their biomass to make the planet uninhabitable. And they created transgenants to kill the humans. Then they left. Job well done. Or so they thought. We shall prove them wrong.
Okay, so that's the point of view of the cyborgs.
Orders, Commander?
And it seems that everyone in this
Right.
game wears an
Here we
eye
go.
patch. Well, the humans down here. So we can see that we've got kind of a sewage treatment plant. There probably is. You don't want to fall in that. You're not getting out of it. We've got a train. We've got some transformers, and we've got an old factory building. So I'm going to put it down to level 1. And we're going to get out, and we're going to move over
Heading
here.
out.
What do you want me to do
What's
now?
next?
What do you
Orders,
want me to do
Commander?
now?
I'm done.
On my way. Here we go.
So we're going to move over here.
Well,
Orders,
now,
I'm
Commander?
done.
usually the aliens would be attacking us any minute.
Here I go again.
There's one.
There we go. That's an alien. So let's get into formation.
Yes, sir.
Also
Heading
known
out.
as
Again?
everyone
sir.
except Ironside
Ready,
should
sir.
go into fire. Then everyone fire. Yeah, you keep watch.
I see one.
Okay, that guy's down. We're going to
Yes, sir.
retask our firing angle to
I
him.
see him.
Look out.
Oh, he's gotten back up. And
Good to
there's
go.
someone behind us. Now, this guy has a rifle, which is going to be problematic since rifles deal a lot more damage than pistols.
Ready, sir.
So I'm going to have
Yeah,
Sinclair
I
go
see
back to the
him.
injured person.
What now?
And Colonel Failure
What,
is going
do
to
I have to
attack
get 'em all?
the rifle.
Yes, sir.
And when he'll decide to as
Are
well.
you kidding? Moving out.
Move Neil into a better position. Colonel Failure is taking some fire. Sinclair took some fire? No. Steve killed his enemy, so we're gonna send him to kill
Targeting
this
enemy.
unconscious dude.
What now?
Sinclair, you can now retask yourself to attack this rifle dude.
Yeah, I'm going.
Son of a...
What? Do I have to get them all?
There we go. that rifle dude is now unconscious. Now, since he was a
Yes, sir.
rifle dude, that means that we now have
Good to go.
can now get more rifles, which means I'm probably going to add one more to the team. Right, there we go. Steve has taken out his enemy.
Ready.
We want Ironside to get out.
Here they come.
And there's another alien through there.
Yes, sir.
And we should be able to shoot him. No. We can't shoot through glass.
What do you want me to do now?
Just deal with it. That's what I want you to do.
He's
Right.
gone. Ready, sir. I've got him.
Yeah, I
Everyone
see.
fire. So this is about 2 rifles.
What?
Colonel Failure
What?
change.
Do I have to get them
Good
all?
to go.
We're going to get Ironside his med pack. And we're going to start
On my
healing.
way.
Son of a...
Son of
Yes, sir. That's not possible.
a...
Targeting
And then
yeah, I
everyone
see him.
change to attack this alien who's run away.
Done.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
My attack is screwed. Aborting.
Like hell I will.
Right, this guy is injured, so he's going to get back
Orders,
up.
Commander.
So we want to put watch on everyone, and then when he gets back up, he should be easy
got
to
him.
hit.
Orders, Commander.
Right, he's getting away.
Yes,
so
sir.
I want to run after him. So we're going to get
Good to go.
Ironside. We're going to put away his med kit, get out with his gun,
Ready, sir.
and we're going to
Here I
charge.
go again.
Now he is
Moving
most
out.
likely run out of ammo.
Where'd he go?
We do appreciate your help with that nuclear plant, friend. We'll find you some interesting things there for sure. And because you helped us, we shall share what we find. If you require land for your structures, feel free to build them close to our village. I believe that we can form a cooperative bond, your people and mine. Some of my people might even consent to join your forces. Their skills and abilities could be very valuable to you.
Okay, so because we can actually see this guy and he's still walking, I'm going to continue the mission. We can finish the mission at any time, so in case of emergencies, I can instantly get out of
Right.
get
Yeah,
out of
I'm
dodge,
going.
Here we
even if someone's unconscious.
Heading
We're
out.
going to
Again.
keep chasing this guy
On my way.
until we get
Right.
closer
Yeah,
to
yeah, I'm
be able
going.
to fire
Here
it.
I
I
go
go
again.
again.
Now, he is just wanting to run away
Heading
from us,
out.
so what
Yeah,
we're
I'm
going to
going.
do is we're going to head over here. to
Right.
Here I
cut him
go
off.
Here
again.
we go.
Right,
What?
so we can now put our guy
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I'm going.
What now?
Colonel Failure here.
Yeah, I'm
and
going.
we should be able to get him cornered.
Done. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Oh, hell.
He's gone.
Where'd he go? What?
Right, Colonel Failure, you're going to move up a bit.
What now?
Betty, you are going to shoot him.
Orders, Commander. Orders, Commander.
There we go.
Yes,
He's now
sir.
dead. And that,
Heading
I
out.
guess, is
Again.
everyone, so we can now finish the mission. So we got 2 laser rifles, 3 more pistols, and 6 more power cells. Which is excellent. And now we have a territory in France called Brussels. Now you can see that there's a small blue line here instead of a black line. This is a difference between not provinces, but groups of provinces. I can't remember what the name is, but yeah. So we won't gain any of the cyborg materials from here because we don't have a track going into France. I'm not going to build a track into France because it will be a waste of resources and it also uses psionic materials. However, there is a stash of psionic materials here, about 1,600, so that's quite a lot, and it also gives us cyborg materials. And it's owned by mutants, so we can kill it, and it's in Central Europe. Basically, the prime area to attack. Now, if we go to the diplomacy screen, we can see that This is higher than it should be, and we can now ask for materials. We could also ask for people, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask for people until it gives me someone who actually looks nice. There we go. Geet Gorebringer. Okay. So we're going to hire him, because he seems like a nice fella. And then we're going to go to squad, and we're going to put him into the squad menu. Equip him with a laser gun. Put some power cells in, and there we go. We've got ourselves another rifleman. However, you'll notice that he has more armor options, and since he's a cyborg, you can put different kinds of armor on him, which improve different things. So you could have a eye that can see thermal images, so you can detect people through heat. You can add better body armor, you can add arms that shoot faster, things like that. Now his belt is smaller than the belts that we have, and the same goes for his backpack, but to be honest, he is going to be much hardier than my current squad. We also need to change his name. I'm just going to try and think of one. Let's do Warden, since he's going to protect us. There we go, Warden. He has no stats whatsoever, except he's very good at close range, so he might want to have dual pistols, but he can only fire one at once. However, we can train him to become a ranger, and rangers get the ability to use 2 weapons at once, which is very good. Okay, so we can see that people now have a light blue number 2 on that icon instead of number 1. The light blue means that we have a level up to use, and the level 2 determines what their level is. Okay, so Steve, or Eric Adams, usually is better for sniper, and Steve Calgar would like me to have him as a sniper. So we're going to have him heading towards sniper. So you can see these are highlighted in yellow because they're not high enough, and we can see down here the requirements. Sinclair, we're going to set her to be a scout. Ironside, we're going to set him to be our medic, because he's currently a medic. And then we're going to set Colonel Failure to be the colonel, or the leader. He just needs to get smarter, of course. So we can see that we have one of our armors completed, so we can go to squad, and we can go to equipment and dresses, and then we can equip it. And so you can see it has some protection against projectiles, and it requires no training to use. We can get better different types of armors, but for now it's the best we've got. So let's check manufacture, see if we can't manufacture anything new. Research, what else can we do? We can build a basic implant lab, which will allow us to research implants. However, we're not gonna right now. But we will do in a future episode. Until then, I've been Jacob Bennett. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, why not consider subscribing? And I shall see you next time.